I'm going to share with you the top 3 worst foods that you should completely avoid if you have diabetes. So if you or someone you know has diabetes, it is crucial to be aware of the foods that can cause the most harm. The top one is white bread and pasta. I know it may be hard to believe, but white bread and pasta are some of the worst foods for diabetics. These foods are made from refined carbohydrates that are quickly broken down into sugar in the bloodstream, causing a rapid increase in blood sugar levels. This can be especially dangerous for diabetics who are already struggling to regulate their blood sugar. In fact, studies have shown that eating just one slice of white bread can raise blood sugar levels by up to 20%. That's why it's important to avoid or limit the consumption of white bread and pasta as much as possible. Instead, choose whole grain breads and pasta, which have more fiber and take longer to break down into sugar. Number 2 is fruit juice. I know this may come as a shock to many people, because we've been led to believe that fruit juice is a healthy choice. However, it is very important to understand that fruit juice is nothing more than liquid sugar. When we consume fruit juice, our body quickly breaks it down into sugar, causing a spike in blood sugar levels. This can be especially problematic for diabetics who are already at risk of hyperglycemia. Studies have shown that drinking just one glass of fruit juice can raise blood sugar levels by up to 30%. That's why it's important to avoid or limit the consumption of fruit juice as much as possible. The third and final food that diabetics should avoid at all costs is ice cream and other high-fat, high-sugar desserts. I know this is easier said than done, especially when we're trying to satisfy our sweet tooth. But it is crucial to understand that foods like ice cream, cake, and cookies are not only high in sugar, but also in fat, which can make them even more harmful to our health. The high fat content slows down the digestion process, causing the sugar to be absorbed into the bloodstream more slowly. This can lead to a false sense of fullness, causing us to consume more calories than we intended. And let's not forget about the added health risks of consuming too much saturated and trans fats, which are commonly found in high-fat desserts. These types of fats can raise bad cholesterol levels and increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. For diabetics, it is especially important to avoid these foods, as they are already at a higher risk of developing cardiovascular disease. Instead, if you're craving something sweet, it's a better idea to opt for a low-fat, low-sugar alternative such as frozen yogurt or sorbet. If you or someone you know is living with diabetes, it is crucial to be aware of the foods that can cause the most harm. By avoiding or limiting the consumption of white bread and pasta, fruit juice, and high-fat, high-sugar desserts, diabetics can help to keep their blood sugar levels under control and reduce their risk of developing complications from the disease. Remember, knowledge is power, and by educating ourselves on the best and worst foods for our health, we can make informed choices that will improve our overall well-being. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe for more informative content. Until next time, stay healthy and take care.